What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Looking to throw. Bolden able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
second down, McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here we go.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Striker, green, like blue. Real green. On red. Heel,
Operating from the gun, Bolden. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Burrow.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Room here to run.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
11 MP, hey! 11 MP.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Albert Okwuegbunam. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers have taken the lead.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here we go. Check seat.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action. Bolden. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake. Bolden.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Keenan Allen, 34 yards.
And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
On 1, ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments.
There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
17.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him in his first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Ready up. Right, 97.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. On the move past the 40. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, Bolden. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Connor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
On 1, ready?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
11.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The slot man in motion right. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
11 empty. 11 empty. 11.
Now it's Burrow.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27.
11 mighty. 11.
Slot man moves right. The pitch comes to Sanders. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
117 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool,
a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there. First down gain of 26 yards. Off-play action. Bolden. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 41. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Off the play fake. Bolden. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Ready.
McCaffrey on the counter. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And some space here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC.
Here we go.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Burrow looking to pass.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 35 on 2nd down, Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here we go.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
11.
The center receiver in motion to the right. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Sanders is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with a minute 56 to go.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
But that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Ready, ready. Ready, kill it. Hey, reach.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll try and preserve that lone timeout as he comes up and clocks it here on the spike. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And able to find Alan Lazard. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. He'll look to throw. He's got Allen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
The Steelers going to survive and advance as we say so long, everybody.